Alright, greetings everyone. This is your spiritual consultant, your Shad'Oracle, MadamShadO, here in the Shadow Gallery with the help pauses per usual. If you would like to book a private session, purchase a live pool, or donate to me to help pause on the show in general, you may do so at my website, www.MadamShadO.com, or via PayPal or Cash App directly to MadamShadO. There is no W in Shad'O ever. If you put a W in Shad'O, not supposed where your money goes or where your money ends up. As per usual, love me, like me, share, and subscribe to me. Turn your notifications on so you know when I go live. Join me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Big O, and TikTok. If you're on Big O, Bama's on my tag loudly and proudly, sugar. Stay tuned 15 to 30 minutes after live, and you will have your end of the day lesson on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. I just did that so robotically. I know I'm not here. So we're just gonna play oh, the damn game I was playing. I'm just gonna play that. And let me preface this live by saying I am going live against what could have been possible signs for me not to go live. So I'm prefacing with that. Oh, that was good. Virgo, what's going on, sugar? By all means, ask your question. Oh, we go. Oh, shit. My bad, big guy. Janus, what's up? Or Janus, like the Roman god. Bruh, I felt something on my leg, and the way this whole table was about to be flipped over. Okay. You have poor judgment. You feel like you're not in control of anything, and you are not open to new emotions. I am in an odd space where I feel like completely robotic, so any answers y'all probably are going to get for the next few minutes, they're probably going to be very, very... I'm already blunt and factual as it is. It's going to be even more blunt and factual. But yeah, that's the three things you need to focus on. You have poor judgment, you feel like you're not the one in control of anything, and you're not open to any new emotions. So, make better decisions. You need to understand what you do and don't have control over, and you need to be open to new shit. No problem, sugar. And by all means, keep asking your questions. Even if the game is going, you are allowed to ask questions. You know, I feel like I've been stressing too much over shit that have absolutely nothing to do with me, even though people keep bringing it to me. And that's probably what this is, me protecting myself against what I don't like. What do you mean advice? Like, people who ask for, is there any advice, tend to want to get told a specific thing. So what is it that you specifically want advice on? And by your name and the way you feel, you know a little bit about this shit. So if somebody was trying to bullshit you, you would know the difference. So what is it that you really want to know? I think that's one of the main things they want you to be able to do. Ask specifically for what you want. Identify what it is and say it. Quick question. Do you have anything that symbolizes or mimics the universe around you? Do you have a blanket or something with stars on it? The star looks like it could be the part of a crescent moon, kind of like what's going on behind me, but not that. And it will be in a dark blue. You won't know how long it's gonna take. Shit. That's else even they ain't got sugar. Hell, I've been doing this shit for 15 to 17 years and I still feel like I ain't learned half the lessons I'm supposed to learn. Good luck. If you find out the answer and they willing to give it to you just flat out so you know what to do, by all means, good fucking luck and tell me what the answer to. Cause shit, this fucking human experience is some bullshit. Oh my god. Yeah, so far. Is it dark blue? And is it across your bed? Cause I keep seeing it on your bed. I don't even know what your room looks like. The room I'm seeing looks very much like a very girly anime character. That's what it looks like. I don't know what the specificity of me being able to see that is. Really don't. I just know that's what I said. And everything's pink, which made it goes from a flash of, oh, the room will look like this if everything was in pink, and then you actually see it and everything is dark, like not gothic, but it's nowhere near the happy-go-lucky pink and white that it's supposed to be. This is all a lot of blues and gray, not really black. Your room kind of plain, yeah. Is it that you want this bright ass pink room or something? Cause this shit is loud as fuck. Like specifically, it flashes from being this plain dismal type blue room. I see dark walls, and I know a lot of people do not have dark walls. But these dark walls, it's hard to say how I'm sitting, but basically across from me, directly across, because I'm more to the right hand side of this room if you're on the side where the window is. The bed is on the right, headboard is, and this is my right hand. Headboard is on the right, foot is toward the middle of the floor, TV stand at the foot of the bed, or it's like a dresser type thing with the TV on it. Dark color walls, a closet, and the closet is a little interesting because typically when people have just those sliding doors from one side or the other, this one is those old school brown slat doors that you would have to like push or pull in the doorknob and then pushes back, and they kind of accordion doors. That's what they're called. These brown wooden accordion doors. You never look shit. Maybe that's why the the walls are dark as shit. I don't know whose room it is, but whoever it is, they're projecting like fuck right now. And I know personally this is no room in any family members' houses that I know. That's your room, but it's your grandma's house. Has it been redone or something? Because that looks pretty new to be grandmama's age. That's like a more modern type house, or at least everything in the room looks modern. Well, then again, because her room it will be updated, but I mean, other than the fact that I have this pink robe on, and let me tell you something. The only reason I really throw this robe on is because I don't want any of these devices saying, "Oh my God, she's on there naked," just in case it only sees like from here up. So yeah, that's really why I put the robe on. She got a new house. Oh, well, that definitely explains it. Is the room, are the walls like dark? It's like a navy blue mixed with a gunmetal gray. One of the walls are dark green, but again, I never turn the lights on. Well, I can't see around this room. It's almost like I'm hanging up on the wall over the window of the room. Like I can't tell you if there are curtains or anything because I can't. It's like where I'm sitting here now. This is what I'm looking at. I nothing else. There's no head turning really. There's no swinging of the feet. There's no. It's like being pinned up. Does she have a cross? Does she have like Jesus' cross on the window, above the window somewhere? Cause that would be the best fucking feeling for why it feels like I can't look around anything. It's a Christian home. Well, I, that I could probably guess. Not saying anything, but over that in that particular room, if you were coming into that room, you have a little small little walk-in place here. TV's gonna be on your right when you walk in some, but when you walk completely into the room, it opens up more on your left. This here, this left hand side is the closet. Then there's I can't really see what it is, but I guess it's like a bedside table or something. Then there's the bed, and then across would be the windows. That window, but when you're facing it, top left hand side is there a cross, like actual Jesus type cross. There's a cross. Where I'm saying that I'm feeling that I'm looking at this from. Let me turn this off. Yvette, what's up? This is probably gonna be a really short live tonight. Oh, well, if it's right there, apparently that's where I'm seeing the room from. No, I'm just saying in general, my lives go 3, 4 hours sometimes. So when I say short, I mean shit. An hour is short. I'm like feel like I'm coming down. So I feel I don't know if it's that I'm not feeling it or I feel too disconnected, like just in general. Like I'm seeing clear as shit. That goes without saying. But as far as I don't feel any kind of way. I feel really neutral. So I guess that's not feeling it. It's just not feeling nothing. It's just a. It's not even an I'm here feeling. It's just existing. It's not a bad thing. But if I had to go like through life like this, good grief, no. What is up with Whitney Houston? What is all this stuff about Whitney Houston? She can't die again. So what is this doing? Why am I saying so much about Whitney Houston? Cause some of the fucking headlines I'm seeing is like she's gone, she's gone. I'm like, again, like did she was was I in the wrong timeline where I saw her pass long before the people in this one did? Like, I don't know what this is. A fragrance? Really? I swear sometimes I just want to completely nuke some of my emails and stuff and just start over. Is he being true to you? Nope. I mean, let's watch this. The ones I get into, I really want them to get it to me. But like Michael B. Jordan, Mr. Shamar Moore, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, even though he keep having babies with his wife, like he ain't got no goddamn sense cheating on me. You know, people of that nature, I tend to, if they name pop up, I'ma look. And I'm gonna look again. I'm gonna shake these damn jaws that I got them in. Like, why are they not here yet? Oh my god. But how are you of it? Has anything been said about Mr. Michael B. Jordan? Like, has he finally said he's looking for me? Let's see. Let's just see what Mr. Michael Bakari Jordan. Oh yeah, baby, I know the whole name. Mm-hmm. 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 And all of a sudden that they talk about his ex. Don't nobody care about his ex. They care about him. Aww. Mm. What's his motive? To be honest and fair, mommy issues to a degree. It's just short of 2 lives, 6 lives, 6 of them. But um, the Empress, lack of feminine control, lack of a woman telling them what to do. Courage upright. This is that strong woman who knows how to tame the beast, and the Magician inverted. He feels powerless. Yeah, you can see the as far as well, you can see Virgo. If you see anybody, like if you see any messages, you're seeing it from 4 lives. The other ones are Instagram and Big O, because I guess I can't put it on this OBS thing here. Ask a question of it. I mean, if that ends up being my place, I'm fine with that. General. You got the Hermit inverted. You're either making very unwise choices, or you need to get out more because you have detached too thoroughly and completely. Ace of Wands is inverted. You're not doing your proper research. You're not vetting people accordingly. And then the Ten of Pentacles is upright. Every map leads somewhere. It just depends on whether that treasure was there for you and whether it's still there. So get out there more, but don't be an idiot about it. Mmm. No problem, sugar. Yeah, like I could. Like this is one of them. See, the mood that I'm in. This is one of the moods that you gotta sit in, and then like bring all your everything that you have issues with, all your grievances, all your problems. You bring that across the table in this mood here, and then I guarantee this mood will tell you what's important and what's not. It's more of a okay. They brought it to you. What they got to do with you? Like if you have somebody who's bothering you, you got somebody bringing undue and unnecessary chaos to you. I'm seeing these double digit number. Look up the double digit number. Which one is it? Sabi, what's going on? My husband is angry to me and not talking to me. Can you please see, is he involved with someone else? There. Angel numbers mean for you to pay attention. So anytime you see it, take stock of your situation. Specific numbers, of course, mean specific things. I am not one who knows all the angel numbers purposes off the top of my head, so I could not tell you that. Sabi, basically, is your husband cheating on you? No. Is it something else? Yep. Mm. Let's see, what is the husband pissed off about? You, either you or his mama. The Empress is upright. This is a woman who is in control. So you or his mama. Temperance is inverted. He has not forgiven. Knight of Cups is inverted. This is either being bored or not having any enthusiasm or any emotions into an action that you have taken with him. And the King of Wands is inverted. This was not a logical thought process anyway. So this sounds like if he had an idea or something, he came to you about it, you shot him down. Like it's something he just hasn't forgiven you for. Tell him to put his big boy boxes on and talk to you like a fucking adult. I don't do sitting here being petty and sulking and being mad. I ain't got that kind of time or patience for it. I need to know, and if you ain't gonna tell me, I'm not about to keep asking you, and I'm not about to coddle you and baby you when you can't talk about it like an adult. Will it be better? Yep. Is your future Leo love famous? No. Interesting. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. In this very, very neutral mood that I'm in. No, ma'am. Get back. Get back. Get back, get back, get out of here. Any more questions? Ooh, excuse me. For what? You worried about what? It's literally just something he's holding a grudge about. He's not cheating on you. It'll get better. Y'all will move past it. And you gotta understand, getting better doesn't always mean y'all get better together. So, man, go lay down. Go lay down. I'm literally about to wrap this up. I probably won't do an end of day lesson today. Then talk. Then communicate. Then, like, a lot of these things, hoping is a future verb. You know, it hasn't happened. Hope is, you know, something else. But you got kids? Okay. Having kids won't keep nobody that don't want to be kept. Y'all gonna have to understand. Then that's a whole different fucking ball game. You're talking about he becomes abusive. Physically, and you still want to stay with him? Ain't no way in the fuck. He becomes abusive and you want to stay. Why? And having kids is not enough reason. That's not enough reason for nobody to stay nowhere. No, Virgo, that's the point of this. Just ask. Keep asking. I don't go too in depth because those are reserved for people who book sessions. It's just that simple. Any advice going into the second semester? Two of Wands is inverted. Be aware that there's going to be a point where you can choose two options, and the option, and I already know how this is going to sound, but the path you take isn't the most beneficial path. When it comes to getting involved or walking away, you probably should just walk away. Probably should just go mind your own business. King of Wands is inverted. Don't let an idea possess you so completely that you are blind to what it really means. Can you handle making that idea a reality? This is also, you may not make the most logical and wisest choices, but as far as thought processes, you're probably not going to be very logical with it. Queen of Pentacles is upright. Make sure whatever you invest your emotions in is actually going to be beneficial to you. Not you investing your emotions in something because you are afraid of, like, that was the FOMO, that fear of missing out. So don't get too invested in, let's say, your said semester. So let's say a degree. I know a lot of people who decided, oh, I'm going to be a fucking CNA because Tom, Dick, Harry, and Selena are all CNAs. And then they hated it. Make sure whatever it is that you do actually benefits you. Whatever you invest in, make sure it benefits you. I'm going to assume that's a plane because it wasn't raining when we went outside. Only thing going on in your life right now is your emotions. You got the chariot inverted. You are either going backwards or you are not moving forward at all as far as love is concerned. You have the Seven of Swords inverted. You feel like there's always going to be a trick. You feel like things cannot be what they are because you feel like it's going to be a trick. That there has to be some ulterior motive, some hidden compartment or something. You feel like it's smoke and mirrors. And the Queen of Cups is upright. Emotions. Just a lot of fucking emotions. When you get invested all the way, which is probably why your first, or the reading before this said, when you invest your emotions, make sure it's something that's going to benefit you. Uh-huh. Well, here's the thing about love. And I say this shit as if my ass is old and been here 100 million years. People who say you can't pick who you love, that's a lie. You can love anybody. You can love people you don't want to love. It is whether you act on it. It is whether you behave as if you love them. And then you got to find out your definition of love. It's a whole new can of worms. We're not going to get into that. But as far as love, relationships, there are some things you just cannot change. Like if you specifically, okay, and this is not weight shaming anybody. If you prefer people, and I'm not saying like, slightly overweight or something, but let's say this person is 800 pounds and they're 5 feet, 5'0", 800 pounds, and you're not attracted to that. You cannot help that you're not attracted. This person could be rich as hell, could have everything else you want, but they are 5 feet nothing, 800 pounds. If you physically cannot get attracted to that, and like if they're not trying to lose or do something to help themselves and you're not attracted to that, you cannot change that. I thoroughly feel like there are certain things, there are core fundamental things about what we like and what we're attracted to that are in place for a reason. So if you are it's either going to make you very, very objective about who you're with, or it makes it very clear who you don't want to be with. Okay? Well then, Virgo, you have to then decide, where do you want them? What role do you want them in your life? Sabi, if you want to live like a happy family, you're going to have to go up to your husband and say, we need to talk and figure out what's going on. If it is not the answer that you want and it is not an answer you can work towards, I suggest you separate so you do not have to damn them children to a miserable fucking family life. Now, if you want to be happy, you're going to have to make yourself happy. Because, Sabi, no offense to you, but you have a very desperate energy off of you. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It is the desperation of I want to do this. I want it right. I want it where it was. I want this and that. And you have to understand that wanting something and actually pursuing it are two totally different things. And wanting something versus him wanting something are two totally different things. You're asking me, you're coming to a psychic. You're asking me what his intentions are when he's next to you. When you sleep next to him at night. When you've had kids with him. You know him. You know when he's lying, and I would hope after all these years you know when he's lying and when he's not. Talk to him. I'm not saying give up all the secrets like, oh, you haven't done this. Well, usually you this. No. Babe, hey, is there something going on? Is there something wrong? If he says no, say, well, I've been feeling like, we're not as close. I feel like we're drifting apart. We need to talk about this. We need to work on this. You scared. How scary was it to have them kids? How scared were you to push out them kids? And you said you have children, not child. You have children. So you have more than one. So you've done that more than once. No matter how scary it was, you did it. Being an adult is scary. You still here. There's a lot of things in life that we have to do that we're terrified of. Is there a reason your judgment has been off? No. Literally the answer was no. You said no, you're not listening. That's probably what it was. You got 3 kids. So that means you've been pregnant at least once. Because it could be triplets, could be 1 and 2, and then it could be all 3 separate. So, let's just assume that all 3 kids are separate births. It was scary to have them. Especially that first one. The first one should be the most scary. But you did it. And you here. Not only that, you did it 2 more times after that. You did it. They running around. Every day those kids walk out the door, they gotta go to school. That's scary. They do it and they come home. You got to put your big girl drawers on, better, or put on your birthing panties on or something, and get to talking to that man. Find out what's what. Because all this sitting here walking around and being scared and anxious, I don't do that in my house. Ain't shit in this house that need to worry me. From the bills to the meals. Shouldn't shit worry me. And a person trying to come here and worry me ain't happening. You not coming into this house worrying me. You not ringing my phone worrying me over some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me. I refuse to give up that piece. So stop coming to psychics and go to him. Because all we can tell you is what the energy is saying. All we can tell you is what is allowed for us to see. Go to that man and ask him what's wrong. I'm very unsure about myself as of recent, and so I think that's why my decision's been off. Well, you don't trust yourself, yeah. When you don't trust yourself, yeah. It can be off. But it's not that it's off, it's you're off. Your gut is fucking A1. You just ain't listening. That a part of being a freshman, or is that life? Both. I've been a freshman. But like I said before, there are certain things about you that you can't shake and you can't change. One of them for me was, I may not know everything, but I know what you're saying is wrong. You know wrong when you hear it. It'll shake you to your fucking core because it's wrong to a depth of you that nothing else can be wrong. So, as a freshman, everything is new. Everything is exciting. Everybody wants to go everywhere. Everybody wants to do everything. You don't want to be seen as either a prude, or you don't want to be seen as boring and all that. I get that. I really do. I was never one that cared about parties, so the missing out on the party, it didn't matter to me. But if you had a freshman friend of yours that said, hey, these super seniors all are having this party, we should go. Knowing damn well your ass is fucking 14. Probably shouldn't be going. You don't really want to be seen? College is one of those times where you get seen. Now, like me, I didn't feel like I really got seen, but I knew I was seen. But I will tell you that yes, when you are first a freshman, especially if you're paired with an older, someone older, you feel like, you were supposed to trust them. But you can't ignore your gut. That is one thing that to this fucking day has not been wrong. I don't care, even when you was a little bitty something, when you were a child, you knew mama gonna get me. You knew that. You can get your degree and live. You can make friends and have that be a part of the process. But here's the thing. I will honestly say that a lot of the long-term friends I had, because I don't talk to them no more, I made them in middle school, high school, and guess what? Over the years, the people we are and the people we were didn't match. They couldn't survive in the same element. So we had to go our separate ways. Friends ain't permanent, but neither is family. Now, as far as making friends, I mean, you're gonna make friends along the way. It just happens. Just be receptive. If you want, if you feel like this person would be good to at least talk to about, hey, can I get your notes? Or, hey, can we study together? If that's fine, I mean, let it naturally progress. Right now, I'm still working on trying not to think so far ahead. Because when you think too far ahead, you get let down. When you think too far ahead, you start coming out with solutions rather than journeys. You start looking at, okay, like let's say you want to get your degree and go. But as you go, your mind starts shaping. You start seeing what you do and don't want in life. So your end result is to graduate with your degree. If you knew right now, if you enrolled in school for nursing, and I told you you would not get that nursing degree for 8 years, would you still pursue that nursing degree? Or would you pursue something else that would get you out of college and into making money? Now, if I told you that nursing degree that you chose to pursue for 8 years cheated you out of going into another field, maybe, I don't know, theater, and getting discovered and being a billionaire within a year and a half, would you still choose that 8 year? Make it sure, make it clarify what I'm saying. Right now, you chosen to do that 8 year nursing degree. If I told you that you could have went into, I don't know, like theater, and if you would have pursued the theater role, you would have gotten discovered, and you would be a billionaire in a year and a half. Would you still choose the nursing degree? Exactly. Let's go even further. If I told you that that nursing degree that you chose to pursue for 8 years ends up making you the richest woman on the planet, would you choose that, or would you choose to be that billionaire? And then if you choose to be that billionaire, what if I say that you had to lose that $1 billion to then gain trillions of dollars? This is what we go through. This is why we can only make the best decision at the time. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Listen to your gut. Because your gut, your intuition is tuned into the highest, best good for you. It's only going to lead you where you need to go. To me, your gut, your intuition is your compass. It's already locked on to whatever end result, whatever goal you're actually trying to get to. From what has been embedded into you, that's already locked into you. You gotta trust your gut. Because I can sit here and can make up stories to the end of damn time about those two paths. But this is why it is hard as shit being human. We get to a fork in the road. We can't see all the way down the road. We can only see the very immediate thing. So we want to go for the immediate gratification. That's what we want. And a lot of those immediate gratification, the ones that chase that, they're always going to be chasing that because they're always going to fall short. Because they got to go through the part that's not immediately gratifying them to get there. So with that 8 years, you weren't going to be a nurse until 8 years. With that billionaire, you weren't going to be a billionaire until a year and 6 months. But there was at least a year's worth of time that you wouldn't be doing anything but one of those things. It's hard as fuck. If it was up to us, we would be jumping all over the place. Oh, well, this one was only going to take me a year and a half, so let me jump on over here. Well, guess what? That same teacher ain't there. It's hard. That's why when we make a decision, the best thing to do would be to try to stick with it. Because you're going to get to another fork in the road. But your gut's going to keep you away from a lot of shit. There are some places that you just can't go because it physically makes you ill. Ask your question, Manny. No problem, Virgo. How will your semester off go? You about to stress yourself out. Death card is inverted. Instead of letting something die, you're deciding to drag the dead thing along with you, smelling up everything. The Page of Pentacles is upright. You learn what is beneficial to you. You learn how to change stones into diamonds, how to change liquid into fucking liquid gold and liquid diamonds and shit. Then you get to the Five of Swords upright and you fall to fucking pieces. Why? Because you try too hard. You go straight to pieces and you're going to have to pick yourself up. And the Moon is upright. This is a lot of emotions, or these are cycles. Something you are going to repeat. And that's your semester off? Sheesh. So I would have to ask, what are you stressing about? That's so fucked up. That's so, ooh, they low down. Ooh, they low down. No problem, Virgo. Like, I tend to do that to people. A general, alright. Manny, Nine of Swords is inverted. Literally, stop keeping yourself up worrying. Ain't nothing for you to worry about. Ain't nothing for you to stress about. Literally, if it's not in the power for you to make any difference to, it's beyond you. Ain't nothing to worry about and lose sleep over. You got the Devil upright. Any negative characteristics, addictions, annoyances, shit like that, it's all gonna come to the light. If there's a person who is low down or some secrets buried in the closet, it's all gonna come to the light. King of Swords is upright. When you make a decision, make sure you are as rational as possible. Be logical in whatever decision you make. Summer break. Uneventful. Three of Wands is inverted. This is like one little thing blowing up into something big. The Sun is inverted. This is not happy or not having fun. And the Ace of Cups is inverted. This is like having no room for new emotions. You sure you gonna take a summer off? Now it could also be that summertime is, that would be odd as fuck, but that your summer break is actually very rainy. I've never had this happen, so one way that I could interpret that is that you're going to work in class. Then that will probably make more sense than me thinking rainy, because the sun being inverse, like it's not fun would be that, but also it's like it's not gonna be a lot of clouds because it'll be rainy. But if you're going to work and having a class, probably that. Like not fun, like nothing new. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. Is there anything fun to look forward to? Yeah, this is an adventure card. Just because you're gonna be working, it's not gonna be overall fun. Does not mean you're not gonna have fun. You may just end up working more, like for summer break. If you have 7 days of summer break, you may end up working like 3 or 4 of them, and then having fun 1 or 2 of them, and having a break on the last one. Megan, what's up? I just found out I may have PCOS. Just wondering when I will get pregnant. Well, first, will you? And right now, it doesn't look like it. That's the first thing. Right now, it doesn't look like you will. What I would need you to do is get with your doctor and get the talks of you wanting to have a baby. Because you got plenty of women out there that have PCOS that don't want to have kids, and they don't need to do anything. But if you want kids, I would highly suggest you talk to your doctor. Or I always advocate talk to your doctor. See what they can say about, I guess, like hormone treatments or something. But right now, with that being I forgot the card, but the scale being unbalanced is the one that stuck out to me. So you might have some hormones that are out of balance right now. Get that taken care of and then ask. If I go by right now, 2 years. I'm on birth control for 6 years, and yeah, I have an ultrasound yesterday. Roughly 2 years is apparently, if everything stays the way you're doing right now, it looks like roughly 2 years when you'll get pregnant. Rastafari, what's going on, sugar? How are you? How can I improve my tuition? I have a habit of doubt. Stop doubting it. Stop doubting it. See, I feel like people don't understand that there's a difference between like regular common sense and intuition. So let's say someone decides they want to walk into the middle of a busy fucking highway. Your self-preservation is going to kick in before your intuition does. Well, your intuition kicks in first, but you'll feel your self-preservation first. Immediately, you're not going to want to step into that traffic. You're just not. No one, like, there's a different level of liking pain, and that type of pain no one likes. So automatically your brain, your body is going to want to be away from that. Intuition is like going outside and feeling like there's something wrong. You don't know why. You don't know why you feel like it. And you're like, fuck it. I'm going back in the house. What makes this hard and what makes, like, okay, I'll use me for example. when the pandemic first hit and everyone was on lockdown, depression hit hard. Everybody, including me. Like, it was like, at first it was just like, oh shit, I got time off. But then it got to the point where it was depressing, day in, day out, in the house. Like, your body needs sun to metabolize vitamin D and all this kind of stuff. And it was hard just to get up and go out. If in that moment I would have had to have gone somewhere and felt like I don't want to go, it would have been hard for me to differentiate between me just feeling depressed and just, when you're depressed, you don't want to do shit, versus there's something really wrong. Now, I could say that, thank you, Rustfire. I could say that, but at the same time, there's a distinct difference between intuition and, like, not wanting to do something. Your intuition, when it hits so hard. Like, I could tell you there's absolutely no proof of your intuition being correct, and you would still stand with your intuition 10 toes down. That's how secure you would be. When my intuition hits, I do not doubt it. Like, it's not that it's, the hardest time is when there's absolutely no reason for it. So since you're pretty new, I'll tell you, like I said a couple years ago when the pandemic first hit, I was told, like, I have a scheduled day that I go into work, and that particular morning I have 3 alarms set in my phone. I have always had these 3 alarms set for the last 5 or 6 years. They have not changed. That particular morning, none of my alarms woke me up at all. And literally, they're 30 minutes apart, so they would have went off enough to wake me up. None of them woke me up. I woke up because you get that feeling of, I'm sleeping too damn good. Let me wake up. I woke up and it was basically 9 o'clock, if I remember right. So basically, I would have had 30 minutes to get ready and get to work and be at my desk, which was 50 minutes away. So I tell my boss, I text her, say, hey, oh my God, I'm so sorry. My alarms did not go off. Now, mind you, when I say they didn't go off, I mean, they didn't even have the snooze alert on it. It didn't have the thing that said I had snoozed at all. It just did not go off. I tell her, say, hey, I'm so sorry. My job didn't start until 9:30, so I would have been 30 minutes late. I said, if you give me, I can be there, but I'm going to be late. I'm probably going to be 30 minutes late. Boss told me not to come. She has never said not to come. If you can get there, get there. That's how this job was. And I found it weird as shit, and I was like, well, hell, now I'm sitting in the house. I'm mad because I'm missing money that day. Shit. I can't just call up my other job and be like, hey, y'all need me? Like, it don't work that way for me. So I'm sitting there watching TV, pissed off, and trying to factor in. I'm already factoring so far into the damn future. Man, this check gonna be short because I'm missing this day, and I'm gonna have to do this. My brain went in overdrive. Next thing I know, it's a shitload of text messages coming in on my phone. It's only 9 o'clock. It was literally a few minutes after I called my boss. Hey y'all, I just want to make sure to let y'all know that they're gonna delay opening because there was an accident at the entrance. Basically, there was an accident at the top of the hill at the entrance into my job. Nobody could get in because police, of course, had everything blocked off. They're like, okay, that's one. Why that was one? Because I'm actually able to, instead of parking at the place that we had to park for our cars, I actually got to park in the building because I have, issues with my ankle and my wrist. So I could park on the lot. Yeah, I possibly very much would have been just pulling in, and I would have been caught in that. That's one. Second thing, I didn't go to work that day. I was scheduled to come in the next day to help, just out in the office. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to do another extra day to try to make up for this day that I missed. I come in and I'm working in a completely separated area. I don't think nothing of it, because this is another area that I do work in. I come into the main area to get my stuff and leave. But this particular area, I was all the way in the back. Okay, whatever. I wasn't near nobody. Wasn't too many people in there. I'm like, okay, but then again, this is COVID times. I would expect this. It just so happens I'm in the lunchroom. One of my coworkers called me and said, hey, did you hear? Hear what? Oh, it's a lady in the front office. She tested positive for COVID. Who? Told me who it was. She wasn't there. Next day, I go into HR. Oh, I done had about enough of this shit. Because this second time, they done endangered me. I go in there and talk to HR. Tell them what was going on. Like, why wasn't I made aware of this? What was going on? Why wasn't I told? Because I have to work in that department. They put it on my boss. It was up to them to tell you. They're supposed to tell you. Oh, no, but as the company's HR, your job is to alert the company when there's a fucking outbreak. I guess they thought the person before that counted because we had at least 2 or 3 other people who had it. They didn't work in the front office, though. So long story short, my check wasn't short. Because miraculously, that paycheck was short. The next one had a whole extra day on it. If I would have still went in, now mind you, that day, I was oddly calm. I knew I should have been mad, but I was oddly calm, and I was just like, well, shit, ain't shit I can do about it. My intuition protected me from going into a situation where I could have not only gotten COVID, but not have known that I had it, and then would have took it back to my family. Specifically, my grandmother, who ended up passing this year, just from old age. But if she would have died because I brought her something like that, that whole place would have been fucked. After that, my intuition, I don't need, 2 and 3 hints on shit. Second one maybe, but it don't tend to get to that third one with me no more. If you get the feeling to not do something, don't do it. And I'm not talking about call of the void feelings. Everybody know the call of the void. You sit here and you're sitting at the top of the stairs and someone's like, oh, I should jump down. That's the call of the void. The call of the void is like dark subconscious thoughts. And it's not even dark as in they're always wicked. Sometimes it's just stupid as fuck. I wonder, can you snort a screwdriver? Like stupid shit like that. So, not call the void. Call the void is easier to understand and easier to kind of check and it's easier to see. It is easier to spot because it is a dark thought. It is something that happens quickly in your mind and you keep on. Intuition is going to override every fucking thing. It is literally going to be like fighting against the grain. Your body's not going to want to listen to you. And let's put it like this. At least for my intuition will lock my ass up if I try to go against it. John, what's going on, sugar? That is the difference, Manny. How do you improve that? Listen. I promise you. The more you just listen to your intuition, the second it feels like something is in your gut about something, listen. Even if it don't make sense, listen. Even if there's no evidence, listen. If you feel like this particular day, if you go out, you get something to eat, you are gonna get fucking the stomach virus. And there's no reason for it. This restaurant got A1 ratings and everything. There's no reason to think it. Listen, even if it doesn't happen, people think, and some people really think this, if it didn't happen, then you were wrong. No, it might not have happened because you were not there. See, that's what people don't get. So let's say you decide you're going to go to this restaurant, and in your heart of hearts, your gut is saying, if you go there, you don't get the stomach virus. You decide not to go, nobody gets stomach virus. What you don't realize is the reason you would have got it was because this person decided, oh yeah, they heard about you going, so they decided to go, and blah, 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 boop, boop, boop. They was waiting on you, but you didn't show up, so they decided to leave. And they had the stomach virus. You never know. Your parents say leave them. Sabi, how old are you? Because I'd be damned if somebody gonna be beating my ass like a fucking pinata, and I'd be damned. First of all, you couldn't beat me if you was my parent. Like a fucking pinata? You out your mind? No. Do your guys have any messages? Nope. So I'm gonna tell you this here. This man, you are questioning his loyalty. This man, there's a lot of stuff you're questioning. A lot of this can be solved if you talk to him. If everybody around you is seeing something, now again, this that intuition thing. If your gut tell you not to leave, don't leave. But your gut is always gonna have your best interest at heart. It's always gonna have your self-preservation at heart. And your gut is never gonna sit here and tell your ass to stay getting the ass whooping like you a fucking child from somebody who's supposed to be your fucking husband, and it ain't no BDSM shit. No intuition's gonna tell you to stay. Not a one. If I'm gonna be spanked, baby, you better have my arms and balls tied in some leather straps. You not whooping me. This ass here? No, ma'am. Now, that's what you into? That's what you into. I be damned if a man gonna be sitting here walking around telling people he done whoop my ass with a fucking belt. The hell? No. Jojo, what's going on, sugar? So, Sabi, you need to decide, sugar. You need to decide if it's worth taking them ass whoopings, or is it better to just walk away with your kids? I know as a child should not see any of that. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want your child to see that. If your parents are telling you to leave them, obviously they must have open arms for you to come be with them until you can get your shit together. I love him. Tina loved Ike, and she whooped his ass with a shoe. Will you have a healthy relationship this year? Yep. And to be fair, that looks like your inner child. So, but it's saying yes. I'm just saying. Sabi, I don't know what your culture is, baby. I know there's plenty of cultures out there where the men rule everything. They get to whoop on the woman's ass, and she just got to stand there and take it. I would be a widow so many times. I got a neighbor. I swear up and down, she a black widow. Will you have a healthy relationship, Virgo? Nope. Your emotions get in the way. What's my sign? Guess it. And everybody who's ever tried to guess it on here so far, it's been roughly 70% wrong and 30% right. Actually, it's probably less than, probably like 25 right and 75 wrong. And this is, I would say, this live here is not a good live to try to guess my sign on because I'm still not acting like myself. I still feel very mellow and neutral. Will both of your parents be healthy after this current situation they're in? Nope. Aries? Really? To my knowledge, all Aries want to do is fight. And Gemini? I can see it, but no. I don't know if y'all know what a bat sounds like, but I promise you, it just sounds like a bat was in the fucking attic of the house. And I'm gonna need that not to be a thing. Capricorn? No. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell you what I am on this one. You come back on my live tomorrow, you'll probably be able to guess it better. Because right now, I'm just neutral. Or if I stay on here long enough, then I might start, it might start like mellowing out. I'm not singing tonight. I feel very relaxed and laid back. You still used to getting used to expressing emotions. That is understandable. I'm not singing Misty. And then you gonna use Misty on me. Don't do that. I'm not singing. And it's literally playing in my head right now. I'm not singing. No, they are not. They are not. If you want to hear me sing, go on my TikTok. And like I'm completely serious. I did a video of the what's the damn man, they don't encourage him. Do you get better emotional control? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. This is like I'm not. I'm not. Do I get do you get better emotional control next year? Yeah, you do. That's the card they wanted me to pull. The card I was gonna pull was no. So they're saying yes. Go on my TikTok. If you want to hear me sing on my well, that is not just me singing. That is me duetting. What is the damn name of the 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 fucking pirate song. I duetted some people singing that. Nope, not. I'm not studying you one. What energy do you give off? Young. That's about it. How will your date go tomorrow? Not doing with you. Not doing what you want. How will your date go tomorrow? I feel like maybe a little underwhelming. Six of Wands being inverted. It's almost like a you want what they have type thing, but it feels like it's kind of askew. Like you're kind of cat a corner right now. In the same time of yeah, I'm on a date versus I want what people have and I want this to be the start of something major. Why can't this be the start of something? I think you get in your head a lot. King of Wands is inverted. You don't seem to be being very logical during this date. I feel like because it's not as whelming as you want, whether over or under. Lil Mimi, what's up? Because it's not as whelming as you want it to, you feel like it might not be the best of dates. And then the Magician is upright. You know you have the power to make it whatever you want. So if it starts feeling like it's dragging a little bit, you might just suggest like, oh my God, there's a park. No, no, hell no. It's too much shit happening in parks now. I'm not. I'm not dealing with you on. Been thinking about doing tarot reading for a low prices practice. How would that go? I warn you now. People love taking advantage of people doing it. I don't exactly feel like you are going to stick to it. Eight of Cups is inverted. This is not getting caught up in the grass is greener on the other side, not letting your emotions get to you that way. Then you got the Death card upright. This could be that you just let it go, or it could be that you breathe like new life into it. And then the Four of Pentacles is inverted. This is basically like less. It's not really showing off or not wanting. It's really not being seen. If I feel like that, just go home. No, I didn't say that. If your intuition tell you to go home, go home. What you a card or two for what one? Are you trying to get a general? If you feel like it's underwhelming or overwhelming or whichever one it is, like the Magician says, you have the power over it. So if it's not doing enough, you can turn up the volume. If it's doing too much, you can turn it down. Favorite version of it? The original, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really heard many people sing it. Then all I've heard singing is Billie Holiday. And I might have that person wrong. General for you one, Queen of Pentacles is inverted. You got the King of Cups up inverted. This is literally saying there's no emotion in your benefits because the actions have no emotions. That's literally what these first two cards are saying. There's no emotion in your benefits because there's no benefit and there's no emotion in the actual act, or there's no action in the emotion. So the emotion have no benefit because the actions have no emotion. Yeah, that actually makes a shitload of sense though. The emotion has no benefit because the action has no emotion. If you're doing something that you don't have an attachment to, some type of bond with, it's not going to benefit you the way it would somebody who cares. So let's say you went to cake baking school and you decided you wanted to only learn how to do funding, and you become a G at it, but you don't really care about the funding, you just want to do it. Versus this person who really cares about baking and wants to do all this stuff with this funded, them being able to do funded, it has a bigger payoff for them. We got the King of Cups inverted too. This is saying there's no logic in those emotions either. As far as taking control of your emotions logically, all of this shit here, this is such a... Let me see. Because of how yours is reading. Okay, there's no benefit. Emotionals in the benefit because the action has no emotion and the logic has no emotion. Basically, if you're doing shit just to be doing it because you're bored, it's not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit you. If you didn't give a fuck about the thing you were doing in the first place, the fact that you do it well or bad is not gonna affect you at all. It's just nothing. Three of Wands is upright. This is everything starting off real big and then coming to a fine point. This may tell you need to focus better. And then the Eight of Cups is inverted. This is, again, don't get confused. Don't let the other side look so good to you because it's fertilized with more bullshit. Hell, the other side could be completely fake as it is. Johnny Mathis did a version. The only version I really know, I think, is the Bill Holiday one. In general for you, Manny. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We are towards the end of the year. I mean, that really don't mean nothing, but a lot of things close out towards the end of the year. Manny, 10 of Wands is upright. Stop dragging baggage with you. If the dead is dead, let the dead stay dead. If you don't, it will drag you down. All of this is saying that story time. This man has a coffin on his back, the one that's in the water. He decided that it was a big storm, some type of typhoon, cataclysmic type hurricane was coming their way. Everybody's getting on all the ships they can. They told him we got space for one more person. He decided to come on there with his dead wife in the coffin. They told him it's either you or her. And if you choose her, you going where she go. He chose her. He said he's not going to abandon his wife. She's dead. Trust me, she's dead. But he decided, if I can't go, she's not. If she can't go, I'm not going. So they threw his ass overboard, tied to the coffin, and he drowned. Do not let old dead issues drown you. This is also saying, if you are that old dead issue, people will leave you. No one wants to be around something that's not positive. Nobody wants to be around somebody that's not good and happy and benefiting them. If you are trying to bring this dead weight, you are going to drag everyone else down. 10 of Pentacles is inverted. Do not chase fool's gold. Every map is not a map, okay? Some of the motherfuckers are just booby traps. Every map to gold is not a map to gold, okay? Tanya, what's up? Also remember that every map does not lead to treasure, for the simple fact that sometimes that treasure has already been fucking found. And then you got Knight of Cups upright. Do what feels right. If the action feels genuinely right, y'all been talking about intuition a lot tonight. If your intuition says the action is right, do the action. If your intuition says this shit is wrong, don't do that shit. It's real simple. Any financial gain before the year ends? You looking for financial gain already? The hell you about to do? Yes, and it's gonna be a bad decision. This is literally saying dumb luck. Wheel of Fortune is upright, but judgment is inverted. This is dumb luck. It's not something you plan for. It is not something you even expect. It's literally just like it falls into your fucking lap. Well, if this was one of my other decks, 10 of Wands is about humbling you. And that's what college will do. In fact, I might end up bringing that one out and letting these two decks here rest and bring my other one out. I won't be doing it tonight, though. But yeah. The 10 is all about humbling one way or another. Either you got a lot of shit on your back, or you got a lot of shit falling on you. Any more questions? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No problem, Manny. Any reason for the emotion? You don't trust people. And the one main person you don't trust is yourself. That's typically what will start that. If you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting what you're thinking and deciding on, that's a frustrating feeling. You have to choose what kind of trust you give them. You have to understand that the trust you're giving people, you're giving them a level of trust only you can do. The level of trust you give to people is the level of trust you expect of you. You know where you are at all times. You know what kind of person you are. Let me help you this way. Instead of giving people your trust, don't give them your trust. Trust them to show you who they are. Trust them to show you if they are people that will be worthy of any level of trust from you. If they are not worthy of a level of trust from you, it will be shown. Oof. I swear I feel something crawling in. It's probably my hair. Will you be able to find an internship this year? No. Well, hell, this year is over with. No wonder. Will you find an internship next year? Yes. No, you, Virgo, you need to trust people to show you exactly who they are. After that, you have to work. Well, your thing is once they show you who they are you willing to deal with that person? When I date, the only thing I've ever, well, after that debacle years ago, I tried to trust people to show me exactly who they were. And after that, I decided on whether or not this was a person I wanted to be around me. My issue was the same as yours. I put too much trust in people. I expected them to do, like, you expect people to have common sense and to have the same foundations and morals that a lot of people you feel like should have, or what you at least grew up with. And it's hard when that's not what happens. A lot of people weren't raised that way. You'd be surprised at how many guys walk on the inside instead of the outside. How many guys don't know how to open doors, or rather they know how, but they've never been trained how to do it appropriately. When you're walking upstairs versus when you're walking downstairs, you know how many guys will literally just be behind the girl to walk upstairs just so they can see her skirt, versus guys who will walk behind the girl while she's walking downstairs. Guys are supposed to walk in front. What I would take as basic chivalry is like through the roof, what is it? High maintenance for people. No, if I'm walking with a guy, you're supposed to be my stability, especially if I'm in heels. So walking downstairs, guess what? Other than the railing, it's you. If I'm walking upstairs, your thing would be to walk behind me to catch me should I fall backwards. And it's also to block the other views of people behind me should there be someone behind me. You didn't know the stairs thing, JoJo? If you're walking with a girl downstairs, the man goes first. Other than to, in the chivalry days, other than to catch the fight that could happen, no, it's to stabilize the woman. Because if we're in heels and we're holding on to the rail, well, guess what? Anytime our hand can slip or whatever, or we can step wrong, that would be then the guy in front of us who would be our stability and catch us. It's just what that is. If it's upwards, the man tends to walk behind the woman because, let's say she's wearing a dress. If he's walking in front of her and there's a stranger behind her, guess who's seeing all her ass? So the guy walks behind her to shield her. Well, some guys do it that way. Will your next relationship be with this guy Ismail? Ismail. No. Yeah. Guy's supposed to walk down first and up last. Me pretty. What going on? Let me see. Doors, guys tend to know how to open doors. It's just someone wasn't raised. What else? The guys in my family, I don't know a guy that'll go in a woman's purse. And this goes for my family to the part of my family that I'm not technically related to. They will not go in a woman's purse. If I can have and it's so damn funny because I do this to my brother. If I have my purse open, and let's say he's like, hey, can I get a stick of gum or something? The gum could be sitting right there on the top in the open port. He gonna bring me the whole damn purse to have me give him that gum that's sitting on top. Never go into a woman's purse. Your mom raised you to open store doors? I mean, technically, if you walk in, they open automatically. What else? I'm not allowed to pump my own gas if there's a man present. Do you know the car door trick to know if the girl is right for you? You mean when you let her into the car, does she lean over and open your door? A lot of women aren't raised to do that. I know that sounds like this is like a big woohoo moment, but I can honestly tell you that I did not learn that until I was older because I had never seen it done. Now I used to do it every now and again to like my homeboys shit and like the people I was riding with because shit, I just want you to be able to get in the car faster. Hell, especially if it's cold. But I didn't think that was some big thing. It's just something I would do. Hell, if we did that, I'd sit here and I have to be like, okay, well, you know the one about the guy going to get tampons and shit? You got a lot of guys out there who are paranoid as fuck about going in that out. Hell, we know it ain't for you. Shit. Oh, them not driving until anyone is in the house. Yep, my family, oh, the tampons, just buying them. Just buying them in general. Tampons and pads, some guys act like it is fucking kryptonite and they are Superman. Will you get a car next year? Yeah. Oh, let me turn this down because she won't get up out from this heater unless I turn it down. Because you just going to be over here baking like fucking baked Alaska. And you the same color. Um, Tampon and jerky? Probably not. I mean, well, hell, you never know. It depends. She's probably either craving salts or sweets. One of the two. But yeah, like my family, if you are, and this is honestly, this might be a southern thing because I can't even say that because my homegirl from years ago, she was from up north and she did the same thing. When you are, like you have people over and as they're driving away, you literally do not go back in the house until their headlights are out of your view. That is just how I was raised up. Oh, a Gatorade, baby, that blue Gatorade and that white Gatorade and that red one and the purple one. Basically, I like all of them. No, I don't. Blue, white, red, blue, purple. I don't like the taking the bus or rides anymore, but yeah, that's understandable. Ooh, excuse me. Is your major that you're studying right now the one for you? Not really. I read that question completely wrong. Is the major that you're studying right now the why did it move? Studying the right one for you. Yeah, that one is, but it's like not overall gonna be it. I wait for people to get into the house before I leave. See, we'll be standing there all damn day. No, my family, you're the reason, and here's the thing. I didn't know this was the reason why until I was still a baby. I was still young, but I saw it for why my grandmother, everybody did it. So back in the day, we had some families that didn't exactly have the best cars. So one time, and I forgot which holiday it was, but they took off down the street and all the lights went off. Just disappeared. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck just happened? So, of course, family was still at my grandmother's house, so they go up there and, find out that everything died. And I think it was something with the battery wasn't connecting to something, but that. um, yep. As they got older, yeah, we have them watch out the window. As they got older, they would watch out the window because we didn't want, like, when they got older, we didn't want everybody outside for too long, so everyone would try to hurry up and get in the cars and stuff and drive off. So, like, my grandma, my aunt and stuff wouldn't have to be outside for too long. They just started looking at the window. But yeah, it was mostly making sure that everybody got out of there. Making sure everybody car started, everybody gone. Like, if people ever come to see me, I'm out there until I can't see the headlights no more. Just how I am. I want to make sure you done got out of here. And the big thing is always letting people know when you get to the house. We had it on lock. We knew exactly who should be where by what time. We knew which uncle lived 20 minutes away, which uncle lived an hour away, which aunt lived 30 minutes away, which aunt lived 2 hours away. We knew all of them. And that phone bet to ring. Because if it don't, and we got to ring you, you don't want them problems. I said the older I get, the more I miss when I was a kid. Like the whole family feel, and now looking around, it's like fuck. They either all gone or it's not the same. Not you notorious for not texting when you got home. See, I couldn't deal with you. We be honey. When I say the amount of cussing out I would be doing, we be fighting. Your friends ain't worth shit. Days later, look here, look here. If anybody leave my house, especially I know what time or not what time, but how long how far you are from me, and I can gauge timing. I got a specific time that you need to be contacting me. I don't give a fuck if it's a text or not, but I'm gonna need to hear your voice. And spent early in the morning, old dog 30? No, ma'am. Ain't nobody leaving this house. Not that damn early. Now, if it's a party, that's something different. Like, everybody going about their way, that's something different. But if this is like a hangout, and it just so happened to rain longer than what we were anticipating, and it's like, okay, it's 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's like maybe 1 or 2 people leaving, nah, go ahead and crash on the couch, hit some blankets, hit some pillows. Cause and here's the thing, I love driving at night. My love for driving at night hasn't changed. My respect for it has grown up drastically because it's some shit be popping off out there, and I didn't realize how much of a dumbass I was being when I was young. Cause I took every schedule from my job. When I say every schedule, I mean I was getting off work 3 o'clock in the morning, walking to my fucking car. Now, granted, it was at a well lit area and everything, but then driving down the highway, fine. But it's like at any point in time, I try not to be like hypochondriac about it. Like, oh my god, what if the car shut off? See, I love night shift and overnight. I did day shift first, and I was like, never again, because I don't want to be nowhere that damn early. Because I know me, I got attitude in the morning. I'm a bitch in the morning. As soon as if you wait, especially if you wake me up, and I haven't woken up on my own, I'm a bitch. I know I am. I don't want to deal with other people who like that. I need to deal with people whose motors are running. Who, maybe it's been going. They need some fuel by now. That I can do. Day shift can't do it. When I did security and I finally got into a groove, I did all overnights. I did night shift to overnight. Well, basically, my shift would start at, 7 o'clock in the evening and end at 7 in the morning. Because I could not stand that in between shit. Actually, my shift, I ended up doing, because we did 3 to 11, 11 to 7, and then 7 to 3. And my shift was 3 to 11, but then my shift from my other security job ended at 3. So my bosses on both jobs worked with me. It was like, okay, we got a little overlap, so just go ahead and creep on out of here. I got your time. But yeah, once I got overnight, baby, and I had just got my iPad, you couldn't tell me shit. Will you be able to take classes face to face? No. And get in your next department next year? Wait. If you're talking about an and question, that might not be possible. Will Manny get an apartment and be able to take classes face to face? You can, but you might stress like hell about it. You look like you might be going through some therapy or something. Will you do the dirty again this week? You gotta plan that shit? Will you do the dirty again this week? No. You gotta plan that. Let me shut up, cause you gotta plan that. Dry mud. I mean, there are times when you don't feel like doing it, and I guess you. It depends on the woman and the man. Some people can have dry spells that's like a month or so, and maybe you need to talk to her, try to figure out what's going on, what's stressing her. Cause if I'm stressed, I don't, or maybe I do more because it decompress. I don't know. I don't know what advice to give you for that one, sugar. I could just say talk to her. Will you be able to get an apartment in 2024? No. Sometimes it's you. Okay, well, so long as y'all know this is not just being pinned on one person. But here's the thing. I don't think people understand. Sex is a release. Yes, it is a physical release. But if it's with somebody you really care about, somebody you love, in love with, that whole thing, the intimacy, that's why a lot of people end up with stalkers. Let me not out myself, but anyway, sometimes it's just the cuddling. It's the intimacy that is needed. And some people do not know how to offer intimacy without it being physical, like sex. So that means a lot more for some people. Some people, they will take that intimacy, that cuddling over sex. Like if you had it yesterday, it's like, nah, we can just be laid up. Make the appetite grow fonder. And I ain't talking about Jane Fonda neither. But I mean, it's up to y'all. You'll do it when you do it. Especially y'all don't have kids that I remember. But when they have kids, sometimes it's hard for them to get it in. Thank you for. Oh, I'm gonna have to move that because that kind of messes up my drop down screen. But yeah, thank you, Manny. I'm supposed to hang out with my ex. And Super Lady wanna cuddle with Netflix. Yeah. Cuddle with Netflix. I'm supposed to hang out with my ex, who is also my friend, in 2 weeks. How would that go? You might not go. You may not end up going. How do I tip on here? I just joined Twitch, baby. If you were to ask me them questions, I would give you the same answer that a lot of politicians give when they ask who was their mistress. I do not know. Let me go on my page because I think I have a tip jar on there. Click the tip jar. That's what I think is click the tip jar. How will it go? The chariot is inverted. I'm not entirely sure you're actually gonna get the chance to hang out with this ex. Wow. Now this could mean going backwards, so y'all might end up, trying to rekindle some things, but I would say this is like a stop. King of Cups is inverted. Not logical with your emotions, but the King of Swords is upright. You may not be logical with your emotions, but you are very logical with your actions. So, this sounds like either you end up going and backslide, as in y'all start entertaining the idea of talking again. This is the entertaining talking again, with the King of Cups being inverted, being you're not logical with your emotions. But then the King of Swords being upright says you remember why he's an ex. And you're like, nah, I'm good. So we talk about exes. Should I text my ex? What did I drop? What? I done dropped something. JoJo about the... What did I drop? JoJo gonna make me kill. He gonna make me kill him. JoJo, what in the hell could you have to talk to your ex about and you wholly engaged? No, I mean, you can go. You're not talking to nobody, so ain't nothing for you to sit here and be worrying about. Should you text your ex? They are saying very, very, very loudly and with the utmost respect, no. Okay, yes. Yes, I know. Uh-huh. Oh, I know. No! Why do you stay trying to give me baths? I already had a bath. What's going on, Kia? Alright, get that. Really? Is that what you want? You didn't come up here for me. Get down. Get down. Oh, I'll be right back. I know what you want. Because she came over here and looked dead at the spot that I keep them. Ask you a question, Kia. This is literally what they want. It's a Halls. They're literal weird little puppies. Where you go? Yeah, so loud. Where is my mouse? Okay. Yeah, Kia, ask your question. There were 3 guys that I was supposed to hang out with, but I'm probably not gonna see the 3rd. Who's also your ex? I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. See him or not? Are y'all serious? It's the last one y'all get. I'll see if y'all like them blue ones, because the blue ones are terrible. You might not like this one. Do I know who my next relationship would be with? Yep. My girlfriend was supposed to call me or talk today about whether we gonna make it or not. Do you think she gonna stay? Or thinking about it? Is she gonna stay with you? No. Is she thinking about it? Yeah. The blue halls? These, I don't even think they're blue. Well, hell, they are. Yeah, these light blue colored ones. I have another one. Well, I guess y'all could try this one. Because these things are horrible. They're weird. So, yeah, they like them all. All right, that's fine. See, I like the honey lemon one and the strawberry or whatever cherry one I think it is. Is it Lauren's? Nope. Any more questions before I get out of here, because I am sticking to my 2-hour time limit? Should you hang with Javon? Nope. Although I knew a kid at a daycare I worked at named Javon. Oh, that was a sweet baby. He was such a sweet baby. Had an appetite like a grown man. Okay. I'm going to stick to my 2-hour mark. So let me go ahead and get out of here. And then let me wind down and decompress for the night. So, We thank you for joining us to the Shadow Gallery. The lights are out, the doors are closed. The Hellpaw will graciously and gratefully escort you on the door and off the premises. Please do not trip on your way out. They do not care. They will catch out like backbones or rooms. Yes, it's been 2 hours. Actually, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. I told you I'm trying to put myself on the schedule, so trying to stay within my time frame. I've tried not to go over 2.5 hours when I do a live at least. If you'd like to book a private session, purchase a live pour, or donate to me, the Hellpaws, or the show in general, you may do so at my website, www.MadamShadO.com, or via PayPal or Cash App directly to MadamShadO. There is no W in Shad'O. I'm not responsible for where your money goes or where your money ends up if you put a W in my name. Is your ex-family good and healthy? Yes. As per usual, like I said, love me, like me, share me, subscribe to me, turn notifications on so you know when I go live. Join me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Big O, and TikTok. If you're on Big O, by all means, with my tag loudly and proudly, sugar. And if you're on my TikTok, and if you're not on my TikTok, spread my TikTok around because I cannot go live until I have 1,000 people. I don't have 1,000 people. I need 1,000 people. I don't even know how the fuck I would go live on that shit. Like, all my devices are being used. Any of the beings that I asked an invitation to during this live, your invitation has been rescinded and your permission has been revoked. That being said, any of the beings that are here that are not welcome here, not assigned to be here, not supposed to be here, you do not have to go home. But you do have to get the hell out of here and off the premises. We thank you all. We will see y'all hopefully tomorrow night. Should be tomorrow night. Pretty sure it'll be tomorrow night. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow night. All right. Decompress after. Decompress after. I have to remind myself. Girl, don't do that. You scared the fucking shit out of me. As usual, and always take care now, but by then, and stay tuned. After 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes after, your end of day lesson will be on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So, y'all have a good night. Eat, hydrate, rest, relax, and get ready for your end of day lesson and tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye then. You thought I was gone, didn't you, you sick bastard, you? Don't bother my fucking people. I'm glad you came on here to give me your fucking soul, though. Oh, dumbass. And you fucking with the Orishas. I don't really message people for offering them a reading service, but I'm sent to you by the universal because spirit. Use a whole lie. Do not do that. I bet you about to be on an emotional roller coaster. I got some for your ass, buddy boy, Sonny Jim, Babalawo, Forget Bim me. I got some for that ass. Keep fucking with my people. Got some for that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on here real quick. You thought I was gone. You thought I was gone. You thought I was gone. Something said to sit here for a little bit. This what I mean by follow your intuition. This is exactly what I mean by follow your intuition. Wasn't no reason I should have still been in here. Y'all motherfuckers thought you was slick. Bitch. You thought. Unhide. Nah, Baba. Don't run now. Don't run. Stay your air right there. I'm only on here because of this right here. That's alright. No, Baba. Baba. Oh, and it went on there twice. Good. Now I can go ahead and block you off my shit. I knew one of y'all was coming. And add to block list. Okay, y'all, bye-bye.